I'm Marcus Campbell, and welcome to my home. In this DVD, The Simple Sites for Big Profit, I'm going to teach you exactly how I've worked from home for the past 7 years, building simple websites based on what users want. Now these sites, although simple, are very, very effective and can be very profitable. So pay close attention, because it's my goal in the next hour to teach you exactly how you could start making simple sites for yourself to profit big time. Now, I want you to pay close attention to what you're about to see, because I'm going to cram over 7 years of experience into a 1-hour DVD. Of course, I'm going to try my best to weed out all the garbage and all the things you don't need and get to what really works. Nice plan. So, come on, let's get started. Come on, let's go. Okay, so here we go. Into the Simple Sites Studio. Here's where we're going to record everything. Welcome to the PCMoneymaking.com studio, where I'm going to show you exactly how I build these simple sites. But before we get started, I'd like to give you a little bit of how I started using the Simple Sites method and how it came to be and where it came from. So first off, a little background on me. I've been working from home online for about 7 years now. I started 7 years ago. I was flat broke and had no idea what I was doing. But I found out one of the sites that I built for a client of mine ended up ranking in the top 10 search results for the word free cigars. And so I started a search engine optimization company based on the fact that I could get people ranked at the top of the search engines. Now around 2000, 2001, the market became very, very competitive, and the people who were paying for clicks on the word search engine optimization were paying anywhere from, $9 to $20 per click, which I simply didn't want to pay and at the time couldn't afford. So what I did is I decided to break up my site and make it very targeted based on what people were looking for. So I have the same service where I can get people ranked, but I split it up. So I found that people were looking up dental website marketing, and I made a special site that said, hey dentists, here's how you can get a top search engine ranking. And I made one for network marketers and said, hey network marketers, here's how you could generate more leads and sales using search engine optimization. I built one for limousine company owners, and we had tons of limousine companies order from a page because they thought that I was an expert in optimizing limousine websites. So as a result, I got clicks way cheaper, sometimes even free, using the search engine optimization techniques because there was so little competition in these areas, and I was getting a better conversion rate because the people came to the site and found exactly what they were looking for their company. And as a result, I lived off that for about 3 or 4 years, made a very comfortable living with no prior experience or anything like that, just a lot of go-get-'emness, if you want to call it that. And because I used the Simple Sites method, this worked very well. It later evolved into a gas scooter website that I ran where we had gas scooters drop shipped, and we made sites and pages for this scooter site based on the Simple Sites principle, based on what the users were typing in. So if they were typing in gas-powered scooters cheap, which was very common then, and I'm sure it's still looked up now, we would take them to a site that said, hey, get your gas-powered scooters cheap. And as a result, they thought it was exactly what they wanted, and the phone lit up and rang off the hook, and we got tons of orders. So I'd like to now get into why the simple sites work and how you can make them work for you using the same exact principle to sell products, services, market affiliate websites, and things of this nature. Now I've done all of those with simple sites using free search engine traffic, using pay-per-click traffic, using press releases, a whole bunch of things, affiliates, a whole bunch of things to market my simple sites, and it's been very, very good to me, and I'm hoping that it'll do the same for you. So let's get started. Okay, first off, I'd like to get you started with what kind of mindset it takes to build a simple site. Now, a lot of people think that a simple site is simply just something slapped together, a bunch of junk, a bunch of banners, but it's not. There's a lot more thought put into them, and later on we're going to show you some examples of simple sites. But see, the reason the simple sites work, like I said before, is because you're targeting what the user wants. So, based on whatever search term they're using, you need to focus your page to that and to getting them to what they want fast. For example, I recently ran a site under the word mortgage calculator. Found out this word was really cheap. It was about 20 to 30 cents per click for the traffic that I got, and I was able to market refinance quotes, expensive AdSense clicks, and things of this nature. And what I did is I took them in from mortgage calculator, and a lot of other affiliate marketers out there will take someone from a word like mortgage calculator and they'll just bring them to a site and say fill out a mortgage quote. While that can work and you can make money, it doesn't provide a good user experience because the user is not getting what they came for. They're not getting a mortgage calculator. So what I did is I went and purchased the resale rights and the reprint rights to a mortgage calculator that was in JavaScript, and you don't need to be a programming genius to be able to figure out how to cut and paste a code. Actually, they even gave me the instructions and some sample pages so I could just build mine right over top of theirs. But I used these mortgage calculators. There was about, I think, 15 or 20 of them, and I put them on the site so that the people looking for mortgage calculators would come and see instantly what they wanted. Now this did two things. One, it provided a good user experience, and two, as they messed around with the calculators, each person visited an average of 12 different pages on my website. So for every click that I was bringing into my page, I was now multiplying them, the eyeballs on my ads, by 12. So this added up really quick into a lot of profit because I have so many people looking at so many different parts of the site, and each time they do, they get the AdSense and they're getting a view of my affiliate programs and the refinance quotes they could fill out, where sometimes I've been paid as much as, $40 to $65 per quote, and that doesn't even ask for their social security or number or anything. It's just a, name, address, how much do you think your house is worth, something like that. Now, as a side note, make sure that the companies you work with are of good reputation so that you're not getting in a position where your users are being funneled to junk or spyware or something like that. Make sure they're going to a good, legitimate mortgage quote or whatever it is that you're offering. And in the bonus CD-ROM, you have various companies you can use that we've tested for years and years, and you can get started with them right away and start building your simple sites with those companies that will pay you for, they'll pay you per download, per click, per sale, per lead, many different ways to get. But again, the mindset, you need to focus on what the user wants. You have to care more about the user than yourself, because that's how you're going to make money. You need to care about what it looks like to them, how it works for them, and this is really where the internet's headed, is a good user experience. A lot of people will just slap up junk, and it might work because the clicks are cheap and things like that, but you really want to give the user what they want. If they're looking for mortgage calculators, give them mortgage calculators. If they're looking for pet grooming tips, give them pet grooming tips. Now you can use these to market your stuff as well, and you can market many different things to them, but just make sure that it's good and honest, and then you're going to win. Let me give you another example of how this can work, and that is a rebate site I built for cars. People were looking for rebates for Ford cars, Dodges, all these different car makes. They were looking for rebates on them, and what I did is I made a page based on what rebates